Calling the Washington Wizards a basketball abomination, that's easy, lazy, but easy. But if you actually look at what's happening right now, not 5 years ago, not 10 years ago, you'll realize something quick. Washington might be one of the best situations in the league for a young star to walk into. Here's the problem with Stephen A. Smith's take. He's judging the new Wizards like they're still the old Wizards. That era, mediocre contracts, chasing 8C no direction, that's over. The front office hit a reset completely. They're not trying to be mid anymore. They're building something from the ground up, the way teams like Oklahoma City did it. And guess what? That's exactly how you create a real contender, not being stuck in the middle. If you're a top prospect like AJ Dybantsa, what do you actually want? You want the ball, you want development, and you want freedom to grow into a superstar. Washington gives you all of that. No pressure to win immediately, no veteran hierarchy holding you back, no crowded roster where you're fighting for touches. You come to DC, you're not just another piece, you're the guy they're building around. That matters more than people want to ever admit. And let's kill the narrative that AJ Dybantsa doesn't want to go to DC. Draft prospects are coached, literally coached, to not show excitement for any one team. Why? Because the draft isn't up to them. You don't want to hurt your stock, offend teams, or create headlines that mess up your position. So when people read into the body language or interviews and say he doesn't want Washington, that's not insight, that's guessing. Every top spot says the same thing. I'm happy wherever I land. That's a script. This idea that the Wizards are still empty, that's just wrong. Look at the core we got. Bilal Coulibaly, elite defensive upsides, still scratching the surface offensively. Sarr, modern big, length, mobility, defensive anchor potential. Keyonte George, shot creation, scoring instincts, and defensive Keyonte George, shot creation, scoring instincts, and defensive upside. Bub Carrington, young guard with real feel. Will Riley, size and scoring upside on the wing. And Tre Johnson, bucket getter potential. That's not a finished product, but it's not supposed to be. It's a foundation. You drop a player like AJ Dybantsa in that mix, now you're talking about a team with real identity, length, and upside across every position. People say the Wizards will still be bad even with Dybantsa. That's not analysis, that's just repetition. Rebuilds don't flip overnight into 60-win teams, but they do turn into competitive teams faster than people expect when talent hits. Look at Houston, look at Orlando, look at OKC. Young cores grow fast when they're given rep, structure, and time. Wizards are on the exact path. Now let's be real, they're not a contender next year, but a play and push that's absolutely on the table. And more importantly, in this situation where young Sarr can actually become great. So instead of calling Washington a basketball abomination, maybe it's time to admit this. The Wizards aren't a bad destination anymore. They're just in the early process, and people who don't understand, like Stephen A. Smith, they're going to keep getting it wrong, and they're going to realize it.